Hello, family, and welcome back to Voice of Africa. It's your host here, and today we are diving into something very important that has been trending across the diaspora, iShowSpeed's Africa tour. Over the past weeks, Speed has been traveling across the continent, and honestly, for the most part, it has been powerful to watch. Millions of people tuned in live, and we saw African nations receiving him with warmth, excitement, and genuine hospitality. From Kenya to South Africa to Ethiopia and Botswana, the energy was beautiful. Crowds welcomed him like a brother returning home. Children were smiling, elders were blessing him, and young people were proud to show their culture. That is the Africa we know, joyful, vibrant, and full of love. But things took a very different turn when he entered North Africa. Now, when we say Africa, many people forget this is 54 countries, not one place. There are deep historical, cultural, and identity differences between Sub-Saharan Africa and North Africa. In much of Sub-Saharan Africa, people proudly identify as Black Africans. But in North Africa, especially in places like Algeria and Egypt, many people emphasize Arab identity over African identity. That is a complicated discussion. But today, we are not debating identity. We are talking about how Speed was treated. Let's be clear, there were still positive moments. In Egypt, for example, authorities reportedly shut down part of the Giza plateau so he could enter a pyramid. That was historic. He may even be the first major live streamer to do that. So credit where it is due. But alongside that, we also saw serious problems. When Speed attended a football match in Algeria, what should have been a normal fan experience turned into something deeply uncomfortable. While he was live streaming inside the stadium, some people in the crowd began throwing water bottles at him. You could clearly see his bodyguards rushing to protect him as he tried to stay calm. It was so intense that he eventually had to leave the stadium and end his stream.
I'm leaving. We are out, bro. What is wrong with them? Why is they mad though? I can't understand. Why is they mad? Came here, chat. I wanted to watch the game, show y'all the game. But I'm gonna be honest, that's not gonna be possible because of the fact that they think I'm not welcome here. Every time I get out, they chuck water bottles. Why are we still here? We can't even watch the football game. What's the point of us being here? That's it. I mean, like, bro, everything was fun. Everything was great today, besides the water bottles. But chat's put up the W's in the chat, bro. Seriously, bro. You can't let stuff like that get you down, bro. You can't let that cancel off the whole stream, bro. The whole stream, bro. Everybody was showing love, bro. All of my fans showed love in Algeria. Obviously, what? At that stadium. I don't know. What happened. To be fair. But look, I love y'all boys so much. Algeria, I love y'all so much.
Speed was not attacked in Algeria because he was racially profiled. He was attacked because you're not allowed to film the Ultra members. Who were the Ultra members? Those were the football association, the football team that he went to visit during that day, the match. So stop saying, oh, Algerians really did not like Speed because of his color, his race, because it's not that at all. It's not that at all. I'm gonna keep it a buck with you guys. It's the fact that the rules for the soccer team clearly indicate that you cannot be filming them, and they do not like to be filmed because of privacy reasons, and those are their rules and regulations. But the stream was nearly perfect. Everything else was amazing. The dances were great. The shooting, the horses, like Speed literally said, Algeria is beautiful. And Algeria showed mad love in his stream. So, yeah.
Speed was attacked in Algeria during his live streaming. The guy was going around doing what he does. He's been in Algeria for maybe a day or two, been on the street, enjoyed the food, visited a lot of places as part of his tour around Africa until he got into the stadium. And I suppose you know or you've heard what happened to him in the stadium. He was basically racially abused. They started throwing bottle of waters and food and fruit and all sort at him as he walked into the stadium. Why is that? Why is that? Now, I saw a lot of Algerian content creators or Algerian celebrities trying to cover up the shame. They made it look like, you know what? Speed caused this to himself because he tried to film the ultras at the stadium. The ultras are not allowed to be filmed. We know that. But judging from the video, I wasn't there, but judging from the video from when Speed entered the stadium, come on, man. There were no ultras. He walked into the stadium. The ultras are in private place. So what is all these Algerian content creators and celebrities trying to cover up? It is shameful. That was pure racism because the guy is black. End of. Black celebrity walked in, a little guy, young little guy walked in in the stadium. Done absolute nothing wrong. And it was treated that way. I think this is a very clear message to colored Africans. Watch where you go. If they could do that to Speed, to a celebrity right on live TV. My brother, if you're black, stay away from Algeria, man. Now, I'm not saying everybody is going to get treated that way, but it is what it is. You saw what happened to that young man. I'm not trying to cause a division among Africans, but it's just the mentality. The young generations get the message, the vibe with other culture, other color, other race, they don't mind. But the older generation in these countries, they are too conservative in religion, in culture, and in practices. Ladies and gentlemen, I rest my case. But what happened to that guy, for me, personally, was pure racial abuse, and that was because he is black.
After this moment, Speed made it clear that he did not feel welcome, and honestly, who could blame him? His bodyguards acted quickly and professionally, but even they could not stop everything that was being thrown at him. Later that same day, while he was moving through the city to greet fans, someone shouted a racial slur at him. He ignored it, which showed maturity, but the fact that it happened at all is deeply troubling. Some Algerian supporters tried to justify what happened, saying these were ultras, highly organized football fan groups who dislike being filmed. But even if that is true, throwing bottles at a black visitor is unacceptable. There is no excuse for that behavior. This incident unfortunately damaged Algeria's image across the diaspora. Many black viewers now associate the country with hostility rather than hospitality, and that is a real consequence of what happened that day. From here, family, if this video moved you in any way, I ask you to respond with love, not anger, and understanding, not division. Tap the like button so this message can reach more people who need to see a fuller picture of Africa. Leave a respectful comment, whether you agree or disagree. Let's keep the conversation civil and constructive. If you're new here, subscribe to Voice of Africa and join this growing community that believes in truth, dignity, and unity across the continent and the diaspora. We don't win by attacking each other. We win by educating, connecting, and building together. Share this video with someone who still needs to unlearn old stereotypes, and let's keep lifting Africa with pride, patience, and peace. Because when we choose love over hate and dialogue over conflict, Africa rises stronger together.